What's up, everybody? Welcome back to D-Train Games and Deer Hunting Camps. Today, we are finally getting to go after the 12-point and the new rare Piebald 10-pointer. Sorry if you guys heard that in the background. I forgot to mute my phone. But we're not going to waste any time. We're just going to jump straight into the stand and get this out of the way. We are hunting on my custom maps today, so we're going to be hunting on DTG River, which is now actually a river. I was able to stay up a little while last night, and I added water to the map, so it actually is a river now. I'm really excited to finally hunt this thing, and it does still work. So we've got this one to go through, and then if we don't get both of them out of this hunt, then we'll move on to another of my custom maps, which is DTG Honey Hole, and we'll hunt that one if we need to. Also, guys, I am sorry that I'm running late today for the stream. I had to eat, and then after I had to eat, my dog wanted to go outside, but instead of using the bathrooms, she wanted to mope around for like 10 minutes. So that's what's held me up. What's up, Micah? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Hope you're doing well. I'm ready to get after these new animals on this game. We got a big 200 potential 12-pointer on the game now, and we've also got a 10-point buck that could be a piebald color. So I'm hoping we get both of them today. If we do get them both early, then we'll be switching over to Call of the Wild. So it just depends on how fast the game wants to give them to us. But I hope you're doing well, man. Yeah, as you guys can see, DTG River is now actually a river. You actually can add water to the game, to your maps now. So I've got that whole place down there is now actually a functioning river. And I'm really, really happy about that. It's added so much life to this map, and it's probably my favorite map in the game now, that I've created at least. Very excited to see how this works. This is my first time hunting on this map, though, so I'm going to have to see how the animals operate. If they don't work out too well, then we might have to move to the other map. Because like I said, I just made changes last night to it, but I didn't actually hunt. But as you guys can see, there is trails everywhere, so the map should still be functioning fine. As a matter of fact, we've already got a deer right here. Looks like it's a doe. That's a very good sign, though. Already a doe, and it's barely even morning. Or barely even daylight, rather. Let me refresh my stream real quick, guys. Make sure I'm not missing anybody's chats. There isn't anybody in here right now because most of my people will show up in the next 30 minutes or so. What we got down there? We got movement down here. I didn't see any headgear, so if that is a buck, it's probably a little forky. Or it's another doe, one. Honestly, I think adding water to this map has actually made the map better. At least that's the way it looks so far. I do think I want to take this food plot down a little bit, though. Yeah, you are here, Mike. I appreciate you being here early, man. But I've been debating this food plot. I think I've got it a little bit too big, so I think that I'm going to go back into the map editor later tonight, and I'm going to shrink it down a little bit more. It's a nice size food plot, but it's a little bit too big for my liking. I think I would like to take it down just by a little bit. It's a beautiful plot, though. I do like watching it. And then we got a gorgeous river out here in the background. I don't know if the deer actually go across the river still, or if they're taking the land bridge that's now available to them on both sides. Haven't got to see how that works. It does show the trails are going right through the water though, so I'm guessing they do walk through it because it is not deep. My character's able to walk all the way across it, so I'm sure the deer do too. It's a little bit early, but we'll do a little calling. See if there's anything out there on the trail cams. I love this trail camera. It's so pretty, man. Just the shot where I put the camera where there's the river and the in the grass and everything. It's pretty. There's a little deer on this camp. That's a buck. There's this buck. He ain't a big one, but I think he's that little 6-pointer. Nice to see that we finally got some antlers coming in. Nothing on the trail across from the road, across the food plot on me. And nothing on the camera next to it. Still got plenty of time, though. It was making you laugh. Yeah, I know, man. That flamethrower, I cracked myself up with it. You guys didn't get to see it because I didn't record it. But I probably should have recorded though because I was like a drunk man with that thing. I just basically went around the map and was just flaming everything because I didn't know what it did. Whenever it would catch things on fire, but the stuff you caught on fire, it wouldn't disappear or anything. So I just thought it was for fun. Like I thought the game developer just put it in just to have fun with. And so while I was going around setting everything up, I was just blowing the flames all over the place just so I could have some fun with the thing. And yeah, as you guys saw in the video, it destroyed everything. I came back on the map, so like whenever I backed out of the map, normally it says saving settings. This time it said clearing brush and clearing different stuff, and I was like, what's that mean? There's a good buck. There's just a good one. But either way, I didn't know why it was saying it was clearing stuff, and so whenever I got back on the map, I realized really quick what it meant. There was like nothing. Like in the areas where I've blown that flamethrower around, which was mostly like towards the middle of the map or anything, there was like no small pine trees. There was just nothing. Like it was just barren. All that was around was just trees. And I was like, oops. And I tried to reset the game. I tried to go to the map builder to see if I could personally just re-add stuff to it, just to put the stuff back where it was. And it obviously wouldn't let me do it where it's a base game map. So I had to delete the game and re-download Deer Hunting Camp, and then it finally reset everything. So I nearly messed up PSR Mountains, but it's all good now. Yeah, that was pretty funny, man. That was pretty funny. The flamethrower is definitely a lot of fun to use, but again, don't use it unless you're on one of your own maps and you're actually intending on using it. I don't even know why it's in the default maps because you can't change anything about those maps. There's this nice buck. I think that's that red colored 8-point, if I ain't mistaken, but I can't really tell. I don't know how many new bucks really came with this update. I just know of 2 of them. But sometimes in certain updates you might get several new bucks. So I don't know if this is a new one or if it's not. I'm trying to take a look at him, but I really can't tell much about him at the moment. I was just zooming out to see if there's anything around me. I do think that's at 8-point. I don't think that's a new buck. The one in the back over there is another basket rack. This one here, I can't tell. I can't tell if that's that normal 8-point. It probably is, and I'm probably just double guessing myself, to be honest. Yeah, that's that 8. That's a generic 8-pointer. He's a good one though. He's a good one for the end of the day type buck. Just got to keep an eye out behind me. Sometimes the bucks will come in behind me, and I won't be able to hear them walking. He's pretty though. Hope we'll see something a little bit bigger than him later. All right, Mike. I'll see you in a few minutes, man. Hopefully, you don't miss anything. The rut is what I'm looking forward to, but we have to get through 2 days of bow season first. The game unfortunately no longer lets you do 1 day of rifle and 1 day of bow with 4 days of the rut. You now have to choose one of those two to be 2 days, and I prefer bow season over rifle season in the game. So we're gonna be doing 2 days of the early fall season with the bow, and then we'll be doing 3 of the rut, and then we'll be doing 1 of the rifle. He is pretty, but it's like I want to make sure that there's nothing bigger than him. So far, it looks like that he is the biggest, but that's just it. Is you never really know. And if there's even a chance that that piebald is on my map, I really don't want to risk losing it. So we're probably going to wait at least until at least half the day is over with per day right now. There's a deer walking out there. There's another little forky. Little forky crossing the river. Not really seeing anything else out there right now. I tell you what, though, if that 8-pointer, if he ends up walking underneath us, it's going to be really hard for me not to shoot that thing. Especially as an early season bow deer, because he is a good one for an opening day buck. Though I would prefer to get something a little bit larger than him. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna do exactly that. Oh boy. I think we will open it up with this guy. He's a pretty good one for a first day buck. So I think we're gonna take him. Ooh, I like the bow. That's a good shot. There we go. That's a good buck. All right, opening day buck is now in the bag. Let's go grab the ATV. That'd be a good one to start the stream off with. Hopefully we get the monsters later in the season as we go. I like how they've colored the bow. It's a more camouflage color now, and it looks a lot better too. The last time we saw the bow, it was like a more blotchy camo, and now it's more of a forest camo. So it looks really nice. Oh, I thought this was the other road. My bad. Sorry, guys. I haven't hunted on this map in a minute, and for some reason I thought I was facing this direction. Nope, that's the road that goes down to the river. There we go. Nice 8-point to start the stream off with. That'd be a good one to begin the stream. Sorry for the lack of action, guys. The mornings you have to just wait for the sun to come up before you can see anything. I'm gonna get a drink real quick. And also, there is nobody talking in chat at the moment, so I'm sorry for the lack of commentary. Hopefully, we'll get more people coming in soon. Dude, I just absolutely love my river. I'm so happy we actually got water physics in the game now. All that was like a dried out, like, all the way up through there where you can see the river. All the way through up there was just like a dried out canyon, basically. So I'm happy we actually got flowing water on the map now. Makes it look so much better. Oh, that's cool. You can actually hear the animals going through the water. Oh, that is so cool, man. That's the first time I've heard an animal actually walking through the water like that. That is so nice. Dude, these water physics, man, I love them. Let's go ahead and try to call a little bit. In case you guys are wondering why I always call in the two same directions, it's because on this map, most of the animals that come in actually come in from the river or from behind me. Every so often they'll come in from up there around the head of the holler, if you will, but most of the time they're going to come straight across the river or from right directly behind me. So I'll always call those two directions. Sometimes I'll call out there if I want to, but I rarely see deer come out from that way. Take a look at the river with my binoculars. There's a deer walking. What are you? I think I saw antlers there. It looks like a nice one, but I can't tell. I can't tell because of the waves. I think that's one of the. I think it's like the same buck that we got last time, or maybe a deer that's around the same size. I can't. Yeah, that's another basket rack. It's that little 6-point. I can see him now. Yeah, he ain't nothing impressive. The waves from the water made it look like he had more times than what he had. So nothing too impressive. Dude, I would just love to look down here at this river and just see a giant 200 or the non-tip just walking straight through it. Or maybe even one of the new bucks. I do not know what these deer look like, by the way, guys. I do somewhat have an idea of what the piebald looks like. Because I do watch Flinter's channel, and he did actually see the deer in one of his videos, so we did get to see what the 10-point looks like in for its fur color. But as far as the piebald goes, but I have not seen the 12-point at all. I don't know what the 12-pointer looks like at all. So I'm very excited to see him. And apparently he's like in the 190s, but he can make 200 apparently. I'm really not entirely sure. There was somebody on my channel that subscribed that says that they got two of them. One made like, but they were both in the 190s, so I'm sure they can make 200. Or maybe even bigger than 200, where it's 12 points instead of 10. But we'll have to see. Wait, I think I just saw antler. I gotta go back. Is there a buck in my field out there? I think, yeah, there is. Oh, it's a forky. Okay, never mind. I did see antler out there, so I wasn't wrong. He was just a little guy. All right, well, at least I know that I can tell you I can look at these in peace now, without having to worry about some monsters coming in on me. But man, I am so excited to see what comes during the rut. My maps are usually really good during the rut. Both of my DTG Honey Hole and the one we're on now, which is DTG River. Both of them are very, very good rut locations. So I'm really excited to see what comes running through during those times. I heard footsteps on this one, but I couldn't see it. But I don't hear it no more. We'll check on the trail cams again later. There's another deer. There's one out there even. I'm sorry if I go quiet, guys. I tend to get really locked in while playing this game because I'm just focused all the time and trying to make sure I'm keeping eyes on everything around me. So if I do go quiet, it's just where I'm getting locked in and where I'm just focusing in on the woods and trying to make sure that I'm not missing any antlers coming through. And again, there is nobody in chat at the moment, so there's nobody for me to talk to at the moment. But hope you guys are enjoying the stream either way. And if you are, please make sure you guys hit the like button for me so more people can find the channel. And I'd also appreciate your subscription. We are trying to grow this channel this year. I'm hoping to get over 1,000 if we can. So I really would appreciate you guys to help me achieve my goals and help the channel grow. I really would appreciate it. Let's go check the trail camera some more. What's up, Jack? Hope you're doing well, man. Long time no see, buddy. Do you still want me to call you Jack, by the way, or do you want me to call you by your new name on YouTube, which is Fishcatcher? I believe I'm pretty sure you're Jack. If you're not Jack, forgive me, but I'm pretty sure that I'm talking to the right person. But I hope you're doing well, man. Welcome to the stream. All right, Jack, still good? All right, man. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, we've done pretty okay so far. We've got the medium-sized 8-pointer was the first deer we killed of the season, and now we're on day 2 and the final day before the rut. So I'm excited for the rut to kick in. And as you can see, we finally got water in the game. So DTG River is now finally actually a river instead of a dried out creek bed. So I'm extremely happy that that my map is now what I always wanted it to be, which is a full running river. And you actually can hear the deer trudging through the water, which is really cool. Oh, that's a good buck. Oh, wait. That's a new one. That's the new one. Oh my gosh, that's the new buck. Guys, he's right in front of us. That's one of the new ones. Oh, he's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Jack, you may have just seen one, man. They've introduced new bucks to the PS5. We've got a piebald that rarely shows up in that guy. Oh my goodness, that was gorgeous. But yes, Jack, any map that can hold deer definitely can get 200s in them. This is a map that I created, so that's what we're hunting today is my created maps. So we're doing DTG River today, and then if we're able to get this guy along with the Piebald, we'll be moving back to Call of the Wild. So today's mission is to get both of those new bucks, and honestly, we may just keep playing deer hunting camp because I'm having a good time, but we'll see. Man, he is beautiful, man. I'd like for him to turn back around and come this way though, instead of going that way. Yes, PSR Swamp is the one that has water, but it's actually a unique map because it does not have a food plot, but that you can really hunt except for the top of the map, and the food plot on that map is enormous. So, in my opinion, if you're wanting to hunt that map, you're going to have to just wait till you're going to have to make your food plot, but hunt the trails. Is kind of how I'd recommend hunting that map because the way that map works, I haven't hunted it or anything. I've just looked at the map and yeah, the food plot looks like it'd be kind of complicated to hunt. So if you're going to be hunting on the new swamp map, I would recommend just making your food plot, going to the scouting season, and then seeing where all the trails are, and try to find a particular place where most of the trails intertwine, or put up several tree stands and just hunt between them. I really think it's more of a map where you hunt the trails rather than the plot on that one. But I mean, you can hunt the food plot. It's just enormous. It's just an absolutely a beast of a food plot. It goes all the way around the outside of the map. So, but yeah, this is the map we're on right now is a DTG River. It's one of the maps that I created. But yeah, this one is my water map, if you will. So it has like, as you can see, it has a river that goes all the way through it. A road system that goes all the way around in case a deer runs very far. You can just take the car anywhere. Has a road going through the middle, so that way it's like going right next to the river. And and then I have another map that's in the woods, and that's like a teeny tiny little food plot just centered right in the middle of the woods. And on the outer side of the map is a bunch of thickets. So that's what DTG is. So I called it DTG Honey Hole because it's literally like you're hunting a little bitty hole. So that's the other map we'll be hunting today if we don't get both animals off this one. Like I said, the new buck is on this map right now. We have the 12 pointer on here. I did finally get to see what he looks like. Um, which he's awesome. He's probably my favorite buck in the game now that I've seen him. He's gorgeous. I love his rack, but he's apparently went away from the food plot, so he's following the trails rather than feeding. So hopefully he'll end up making his round back through here. Usually every deer that you see will make its way next to your stand or get close to you at some point throughout the day. You just got to be extremely patient. So always remember that, guys. Do not get in a hurry. If you see a buck on the map, like if you're in your tree stand and you see an enormous buck that you want to kill, but it's not coming into you, maybe call at it every so often whenever you see it. Don't overcall, obviously, and then just wait the entire day out because usually they will make their way around you at some point. Yes, there's days where it won't come back after you see it a couple of times, but those are very rare. Those are very rare days. Although I would like to know where this 12 point went, man. That's definitely a new bug, and it's like the cluster rack. Honestly, that buck, whenever I saw him, he reminds me a lot of the one of the great one racks off Call of the Wild. It's the one that's not it's not the typical rack, but the one that looks like it. I forget which one that's called. It may be the typical rack that I'm thinking of actually. But I'm not going to shoot anything now, guys. And until that buck decides to show, I will not be shooting anything on this day because I am targeting that buck, and I will not leave this tree stand until I know that I've given it my all. And especially now that I know that I have him on the map, I just don't know where he's went. Yeah, in my opinion, he's going to do one of two things. He's either going to keep moping around this side of the map, the opposite side that I'm looking at, and then eventually make his way up to me, or he's going to end up circling around behind me, which will be a little bit. But I've had deer where they'll go like way out ahead of you and then disappear, and then just out of nowhere they come in from behind you. So I'm guessing that's what he's going to do. I'm guessing he's either going to circle the map and then make his way to me, or he's just going to mope around over there on that side of the map and then eventually make his way back down through here. There's a deer right out there, actually. I don't know if that one's him or not. He had like a really reddish coat to him too. He was very pretty. Yeah, I think that's him right there, actually. I think that right there might be him. I just can't tell. My binoculars can't zoom in any more than this. But yeah, that'd be a quality of life thing. I think that'd be awesome to add to the game, is make it to where your binoculars are more adjustable and where they're more high powered. And then obviously the ballistics in the game still need to be like completely not reworked necessarily, but they need to be improved. The arrows, in my opinion, need to fly a lot faster. They should be the guns should actually hit where you're aiming, rather than having a terrible amount of bullet drop. But outside of that, though, this is a spectacular game. It's definitely one of my favorite hunting games of all time. And it's probably my favorite if you're wanting to just talk realistic hunting games. There he is. There you are, buddy. Nope. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought he was going to do, guys. He did exactly what I thought he was going to do. He's going to mope around on the other side of the thing and then sneak his way back up this direction. I don't know what he's doing, but he's not wanting to come in for some reason. Now he's going to cross the river, probably. Yeah, there he is. That is such a beautiful buck, man. That is such a beautiful deer. Another little buck crossing back there behind him. Shoot, man. Come back this way. I'm only going to call one more time because I don't want to overcall. But the game knows that I'm wanting that deer now. It has to, so hopefully that'll attract him a little bit faster. Dude, I need that buck in my lodge right now. I need him in my lodge. And I already know where I'm going to put him. I've got my biggest 200 10-pointer on the left side, and I'm going to put this guy on the right. And then the one that's in the very back of my trophy lodge is where the piebald is going to go. Because that'll show off his fur the best. This is such a beautiful buck, man. Easily probably my favorite buck in the game now. Easily. What's up, Raven? Look what we're looking at, man. Brand new buck to the game. 12-pointer. He's right here, buddy. And I am so excited. We've already got one of the new bucks to spawn, and this is only day 2 of the season. They're in the early season right now, and he's gorgeous. He's definitely my favorite buck in the game right now. I love his antlers. Yeah, he's beautiful, man. Although he's given us the runaround though, as you can see, he hasn't really wanted to be cooperative with my bow. Okay, we got him to stop. That sometimes means he's going to turn and come in. If you call like that and the deer stops and looks at you, don't call again, because as you guys can see, that usually means he's going to turn and try to work his way more towards you, but this guy looks like he's just wanting to just fool around a little bit. Come on, buddy. I need you in my trophy lodge. Please turn. I do not have a gun. I have a bow, and I need to get you. I've got a pretty little place just for you in my trophy lodge. If you come to me. That's it. That's a good boy. Yeah, he's beautiful, Luke. He's just not going to come into range. He's wanting to give us the runaround, and he doesn't want to come in for whatever reason. But he's definitely my favorite buck in the game right now. I love his antlers. Yeah, this is definitely one of the new ones. Luke, is this the 12-pointer, by the way? I wanted to ask you. I was hoping you'd come to the stream today. Is this the buck that you've been getting? Or is this something different? Because sometimes we end up getting secret bucks that they don't tell us about. Gosh, I love that deer. If only I had the muzzle loader, man, I couldn't make that shot with a bow. Ah! That was the best he's done so far today, and he still did not come into range. I need him to be like right underneath me, or at least at those tree lines up there. I do not make shots usually with a bow out this direction unless I know that they're close enough, because my field is very flat, and it's very hard to judge distances at times. So I really don't shoot with a bow and arrow on this game unless I know they're in range. Golly, man. I mean, we still got some time to get him, but that was rough. Okay, Luke, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. So yeah, there is only 2 bucks then that's been added as far as I know, and it's this guy and a piebald 10-pointer. But this guy, he's just like goofing off. Like he just will not come in. He just wanting to go around me all day. I know it's probably going to happen, but I can't keep calling because there is such thing as overcalling in the game, where they'll kind of avoid you for a little while if you call at them too much. So I'm trying my best to just not let him entice me into calling way too much. But we are running close on time. Although we still got plenty of time, though. I think there's still at least like another 15 minutes in real life time. 15 to 20 minutes left, if I'm not mistaken. So we've definitely got time to get this buck. And guys, I am sorry, but hopefully you guys are understanding with me. I am not gonna shoot whatever buck comes my way right now. Even if we lose time, this is going to be the deer I'm going to be targeting the entire day. So until we get a shot at him, we're not going to be progressing in any way. Even if one of the big non-tips of the 200 showed up, we would not be taking it. This is the buck that I'm wanting to get today. So we're going to just sit right here in the stand until we finally get a shot at him, or until we run out of time. Ah! He just needs to come under the stand, man. That's all he needs to do. He's just like teasing me. You're currently trying to find fallow on Scotland. Everywhere in the main bay where the castle is, the entire river that goes along from the castle, and then and I think that's honestly it, man. I think that there's only fallow deer along the river, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, once you've searched out the entire river, I'm pretty sure there's and then there's also ponds in the bottom part of the map. So the ponds that are at the bottom of the map, and then the river itself is the only place you can find fallow deer in Scotland, if I'm not mistaken. I think there might be a couple of ponds that's like right in the middle of the map too that you might be able to find them, but I don't think they go way up high. I could be wrong though. I haven't really hunted much fallow on that map. I was originally going to try to set up a fallow grind on that map because I thought it was going to be really, really good for a fallow grind. But it turns out that the river is really thick, and I just didn't really want to do a grind on that map without knowing if I could do it. Dude, I need this 12-pointer to come in, man. I don't know where he's gotten off to this time. But he's just been like frolicking all around my map today. What he did a second ago was the closest we've gotten to get a shot at him. But like I said, guys, without having a muzzleloader, I'm just not going to take that shot. I am not confident in hitting that shot with a bow and arrow due to the flatness of my food plot. I'm having a feeling, though, that once it's going to happen fast. I think that he's going to end up trotting right through here, and I'm going to have to make a trotting shot, is my guess. By the way he's acting like he's just kind of wanting to just linger around my map and just kind of frolic and play. And a lot of times, whenever you get a buck doing that on this game, now sometimes you'll get a calm shot where those kind of walk in and shit, and you get to pop them. But a lot of the times that you have deer doing that, they're going to end up trotting next to your stand. You have to make a trotting shot on them. I just wish I knew where he was. Let me check the river, see if I see him out there walking along. No sign of him at the moment. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to deal with too, Raven. So for anybody who's in the stream, I will announce this at the end of the stream, and I'm also gonna be making a post for you guys. In my area of Kentucky, we're supposed to be having a really bad storm over the weekend this weekend, and certain areas are gonna get 15 inches of snow, while other areas will get like a bunch of ice, and we're predicted for the ice section of it. So it is possible that we could lose power, and if we do, then I won't be able to stream or make content, obviously, until the power gets restored. So after today's stream, guys, if the storm does hit us, there is a potential that you may not see me for a little bit until if we lose power. We don't normally lose power where we live, but it can happen. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. There is a trail that is going right beside my stand right here, and I do know that I can make that shot. So if this 12 point decides to follow this trail, whether he comes either direction, I know that I'll be able to hit him on that trail. It's just right now it's a waiting game because we don't know what he's doing. We don't know where he's at. I doubt that he's left the map. I just can't seem to get this guy to come in and cooperate with me. There's a deer out there on the river. We got a doe. Last time we saw him, he was heading off in that direction. So my guess is that he's going to do the same exact thing again, where he's going to circle all the way around me, and he's going to end up coming up through here or back towards me from one of these other two directions. Is my guess. Now, if he's went out this way, though, a lot of the time they'll come out this way and then work their way back towards me. Dude, I love to see that deer actually a hard time with the custom maps getting animals to actually use your plot. So I'm very happy to see that these animals are actually coming in and feeding, even though it's just does at the moment. But I will definitely take that over what was originally happening, because originally I was just not getting animals that would feed in my zones at all. They just they'd follow the trails and they'd wander aimlessly around the map, but then just eventually make their way under my stand for me to shoot them. But they wouldn't actually use the plot. And it seems like they're not using it heavily still, but at least they are using it a little bit more now than they were. And if you guys have any tips for me or tricks to get animals to actually use your food plots, let me know. Because I'm trying to get better at the map builder, and like I said, most of the times whenever I create a map, the map works. It gets a lot of trails, a lot of sheds, and a lot of animals. But they just don't seem to want to use my food plot. They just kind of follow the trails and do their own thing, but they don't come into the plot and feed. So if you guys have any tips and tricks on how to make sure that you get animals to actually concentrate on your plot, I would really appreciate that. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate it, man. Oh gosh, Raven, that's close. I hate when that happens, man. You shoot a level 3 or a big level 2, and it's literally like point something off. That honestly is what guts me more than anything. Is whenever you get a troll or a level below diamond, and it ends up like trolling you by like point something. Is that the? Oh yeah, it's that doe. Started hearing foot. I started hearing tracks, and I was got excited there for a minute. Oh, he's back, guys. Guys, he's back. He's finally made his return. I just need him to come under the stand, and we'll get him. He is right here. Hopefully, my patience has finally paid off. It looks like he's going to come right up this direction. I kill so many deer right here, guys. Like, this little corner, I've killed so many in this little corner. Oh, man, that rat coming over that horizon, dude. Let me switch to the caller just in case. I don't know if I'll be able to stop him, but this is probably going to be our chance. Here we go. Stop for me. We got him. Let's go. Yes. Where's he going to fall over at? Well, that should have been a low long shot. There he goes. We got him, guys. Finally, the wait is over. We got one of the new bucks. Let's go. We got him to stop after giving him the grunt, and and we got a good long shot on him. He died out there at the end of the plot. Let's go. Brand new 12-pointer to the game. It is going to be clipped. It is going to be shared later. I cannot wait. All we need now is the piebald, guys. That's all we need. And I'm hoping we get them both in the same season. That'd be crazy if I got both bucks off of my map. That would be insane. Again, I will take whatever large deer shows itself during the rut, because that's what we're going to be starting next. But I am so pumped. That is easily my favorite buck in the game now. He has such a beautiful rack on him. Thank you, Luke. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I get really pumped. If you can't tell, great ones and big deer on the games and stuff, they really just get me excited. So I'm sorry if I'm yelling and stuff, guys. I don't mean to yell. I just get really pumped whenever things like this happen. Especially when we've had to like play the patience game. Where like you just can't get the deer to do what you want it to do, then finally everything pays off. Where is he laying at? He should be right out here. There he is. And there we go, guys. Brand new 12-pointer on the game. I love his messy antlers. I love his messy antlers. He is gorgeous. All right, let's take him back to the cabin so that when we can get like a quick screenshot with him before we hang him up. Dude, what a hunt, guys. That was awesome. Decided to run around us for like several times before he finally decided to come in and give us a bow shot. And I'm telling you, that little corner has been like my best buddy ever since I made this map. That little corner is where I kill most of my bucks at. Alright, let's take a really quick screenshot of him, guys. There he is, the brand new 12-pointer on the game. Looks just like a great one off Call of the Wild, I ain't gonna lie. I love this. I don't even know how I'm gonna get a good shot of him. Let me see. I'd like to get his eye in the picture. Let me see, did I get a good screenshot of him? No, I did not. Okay, let's delete that one. I gotta get a good screenshot of him, guys, for the thumbnail. Because I will be making a video for today's kills that we get. So did I get it that time? I'm on PlayStation. I need to see what my picture looks like. Yeah, we got it that time. Alright. Yeah, I know, man. He's beautiful, ain't he, Raven? He is definitely my favorite buck in the game right now. That is my most favorite deer in the entire game. He's got a drop tine. He's thick. He's all wiggly antlered. I mean, I love him. And what did he score? A 181, so he's one of the smaller ones of this buck, but apparently they can make 200. According to Luke, he has killed one that was in the 197 range. So I'm guessing that these can make 200. But I am very happy with that. I am extremely, extremely happy with that. Alright, I know exactly where I'm putting this guy. He's taking the place of our second biggest 200. There we go, guys. Brand new buck. I absolutely love this thing, dude. He is so cool. I think I'm going to make him face that way because it really shows off his antlers. What's up, Wolf? Look what we just got, man. We just got the coolest buck in deer hunting camp. This guy is so cool. He's got a dark red fur color. He looks like a great one off Call of the Wild. So this was the original biggest buck in the game, and now they've upgraded to this guy. This is insane, man. I'm so excited. Let me go ahead and clip that, guys. I need to get that entire thing. So it's been 54 minutes. I'll clip the last 30. Surely that's got to be enough. All right, guys. Let's get out there again. See what we can't find. That is absolutely beautiful, man. Alright, guys, 1 buck down. Let's head to muzzleloader season and see what comes our way for the rut. We got 3 days of the rut. Hopefully we'll have something good show up. Quick tip for anybody that's hunting the rut, always carry the climber stand with you. You can still climb up into your tree stand with it equipped, so that way if you're walking along and you start hearing buck grunts, you can quickly try to jump into a tree and try to save your hunt instead of spooking things. So always carry the climber stand with you guys on the way to the stand in the mornings during the rut. That way if you start hearing grunting and you're like, oh shoot, so you don't have to worry about spooking anything and try to jump into a tree real quick. Crap. Well, he's gotten far away from me now. I hope I didn't just spook him. There's actually a deer under me right now. Somewhere. Dude, if I just spooked a deer, that would be so unfortunate, man. I'm not hearing any grunting. I want to try to make it to my main stand. Dude, that'd be so unfortunate if I just bumped the rutting buck. I think that he was coming across my field as I was coming into it. I don't know, guys. Hopefully I didn't bump anything. We'll sit here for a little while and see if we don't hear if we can hear the grunts again. But that sounded like he got right on top of us and then ran away from us, is what it sounded like. So hopefully we didn't bump him, but you never know. Oh, never mind. Never mind. That answers the question. Where is he? So we did get in clean, thankfully. But I only heard one grunt right then. That's interesting. Why am I only hearing one grunt? Well, I guess the mystery is going to remain. Okay, so there's the doe. I'm pretty sure there's something chasing her, because I heard a grunt a second ago. I didn't see anything chasing her, guys. I don't know if I bumped him or not. Dude, that is so unfortunate if I bumped the two mature bucks out of here. Yeah, I know. I know it's 1 buck, man, but I don't hear him anymore, and that's what's worrying me. Hang on. There he is. Alright, good, so he's not bumped. I can't see what he is, though. Well, he's making scrapes. That's interesting. So is he, like, not chasing the doe, or is he making... Or is he just kind of running around checking... Oh, I see. They've changed some things. I think that's the other 12-pointer. I think that's our original 12-point, if I ain't mistaken. That's a good buck. Yeah, I forgot that they made an update to the rut, so that way they're actually going to be doing other things besides just chasing. Well, that's going to be a good way to start the season. I'll definitely take the other 12-pointer. 174 is my record for the other 12-point, so maybe we'll get to replace him. There is no point in doing calls during the rut, guys, because as you can tell, they're just going to chase the doe. So all you got to do is just sit in your stand and wait for the running doe to come next to you, and then you know that it's going to be probably your chance. Because they will not respond to the caller. I wonder if the piebald actually chases does or not. That's what I'm actually wondering. Is the piebald a mature buck that chases does, or is the piebald like a medium-sized buck that just kind of does its own thing? I really want that piebald, though. He's going to go in the very back of my lodge. In case you guys are wondering where I'm going to put the piebald, he's actually going to go in the back of my lodge where my current record of the 12-pointer is, because that would show off his fur color the best. So I'm going to put him in the very back. And then the deer in the front I'll be replacing some of my non-tips with the new deer. Sorry, I'm stuttering, guys. I'm my adrenaline is still going from that 12 point. That really did get me excited. I love that 12 pointer's antler, man. He's gorgeous. How's my day going? It's going great, man. We got one of the new racks of the new bucks that were launched to the game. We finally have water physics in the game, so as you can see, DTG River is actually a river now. We actually do have water out there. They can still cross it and everything, but it just brought so much life to this map. And yeah, I'm having a great day, man. I'm having a great day. Doing great, my friend. Now we're just waiting on this doe to bring the next buck to us. This is a larger map, by the way, or at least the way that I have it set up, so there is a lot more areas for these deer to go. So we just have to sit here and wait for the doe to make her rounds through here, and then we'll get our chance at him. Yeah, it's a little basket rack. Although I don't know where this doe is taking him. I'm guessing they're somewhere on that side of the map right now, but I could be wrong. Yeah, guys, as you saw, we heard some grunting as we were coming into the stand, and because I had the climber stand on me and I was able to jump into a tree really quick, it did save the hunt. There's the doe. I hear the buck. Where? Oh, he's right here. What's up, buddy? Lay down, son. Oh, I just now noticed that on the muzzleloader they actually added the click on the side, the trigger mechanism or whatever. That's cool. Although it does hinder your vision a little bit, though, I will say. Well, guys, we're starting out really strong. Is that another new buck? Hang on a second. No, this is the original 12 point. I think that he's just got a redone. I think his antlers have been redone to look a little bit better. I can't tell if that's a new deer that came into the game or if that's a different one, but that's a really good deer. When did they add rares? This latest update, Wolf. So everybody on PC got it first, and then I think like a month later, my PS5 got it. The only thing that we don't get is PC exclusive on my map. So like Flinter, his map came to the PC player, so they can play on Pennsylvania. Unfortunately, PlayStation only got PSR Swamp. So we didn't get Flinter's map, but but we got everything else that PC has. So we have two new bucks, which is the 12 point that we got that you saw a few minutes ago, and then now we have a piebald 10 pointer. Yep, the most recent update is it came with upgrades for the looks of the game. As you guys can tell, the lighting is a lot better in the game, and the graphics are a lot more detailed now. I mean, the bow and arrow. All the weapons have been redone, so the bow and arrow now has like a brown forest camo to it. The muzzleloader now actually has the flintlock added onto the side of it. I mean, this was a W update all the way through, guys. And even the bucks. I mean, look at the fur. I mean, you can tell that even the animals have been updated. I mean, it just looks so good, dude. The developer or developers for this game, they know what they're doing. Yeah, it's easily my favorite whitetail hunting game at the moment. If you're wanting realism, this is definitely the best realistic simulator you can get. Although I have noticed that the cars don't drive as fast on your creative maps as they do on the default maps. I don't know why, but if you guys, I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but whenever you're driving the vehicles on your creative maps, they don't drive as fast as they do on the other maps for some reason. Let's see, what did he score? 173, so he's not going to beat my current one, but that's still a really good score on that guy. Oh, nice, Raven. Let's try the flintlock out. I'm going to take the flintlock out for a hunt. I haven't used the flintlock very much, but they actually did add a little sight pin to it, which is why I didn't use it originally. It was because it didn't really have a way to see. But I'm going to take the flintlock out and see how this one goes. Alright, where is my climbing stand? There it is. I am actually going to try to just use this thing to get to my stand. Because I want to get in there quick if I can. Please let me get in here clean. Usually the bucks will start running on the other side of the map on this map, so usually I can get in here pretty clean. That was a rare thing that happened to us a minute ago, where the bucks came in sooner than I expected. Yeah, we got in here clean this time. Alright guys, second day of the rut. Hopefully we get one of these boys. I would love to get get one of the 200s, the non-tip, or the piebald. That's what I'm really hoping for, is one of those. I'm just glad that we were able to get in here clean, though. Like I said, usually on my maps, I get really lucky because on DTG Honey Hole they usually start towards the top left-hand side of the map, and on here they start on the opposite side. Give me 1 second, guys. I got a phone call coming in. I'm gonna mute for a minute, but I'm still gonna be here. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I am back now. Let me see this new sight pin that's on this gun. Actually, no, that's pretty neat. Yeah, it does have a better sight pin to it. I will say though that it looks a little bit cleaner, I think, than the muzzleloader. Who knows? Maybe I might like using the musket better. We'll have to see. I haven't heard any grunting yet, though. That's what's I know that we got in here clean because we didn't bump anything, as far as I know. Just not hearing any rutting action at the moment. Okay, so there goes the doe. Little Forky. Now, sometimes the mature buck won't be with the doe at the start. So, like for instance, if you open up your map, if the running doe is actually at the top left, but your only mature buck on the map is on the bottom right, then she'll end up having to go down there where he is before he'll actually start chasing her. So, don't try your best not to get too discouraged if you see a running doe and nothing behind her, because that could just mean she hasn't. Yeah, right now she's not being chased by anything, so we've either got a dud day in the season where there's not going to be anything chasing her, and therefore there's no mature bucks on the map this time around, or it just means that she hasn't ran into him yet. Although they did say that the mechanics have changed for the rut, so I mean, maybe there's certain days where the mature buck won't be chasing the doe, but rather working scrapes and stuff. So we'll just have to figure it out. Okay, so there's the doe. I don't know if she'll have anything behind her. Yeah, I'm not hearing any grunts. It's concerning me a little bit. It's very, very, very rare that you'll go a day without a deer chasing a doe, but it does happen. Probably what we're going to have to do is that the next time that we see her, now that we know that she's going down to the bottom of the map, the next time that we see her, if she still has nothing behind her, we may just have to shoot whatever buck comes our way, because that may mean there's not a mature buck on the map right now. Or, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know. Maybe he's just not chasing. Like I said, they did say that there's new rut mechanics, so maybe sometimes they chase and sometimes they don't. I don't really know. There's a deer out here on this camera. I can't see what it is, though. I wish you could zoom in. Couldn't tell what that deer was. Oh, there we go. There's a mature buck grunting. I don't know if he's chasing or if he's just down there. Yeah, I hope so, man. Is that mature buck? I heard a grunting, but I don't know if he was chasing the doe. Okay, there goes the doe. Okay, so there's the mature buck. It looks like it's another 12 point. But he's not actually chasing the doe. Now that is very interesting. So yeah, the new mechanics, it means that sometimes they'll be chasing and other times they won't be. So yeah, so guys, they no longer are like guaranteed to be chasing the does. So if you have a buck chasing the doe, you could have another mature buck on the map that is not chasing the doe. That is very interesting. Hi. How are you? Well, good. I didn't want you around here anyway. Get out of here. Yeah, I hear you out there. I mean, they still grunt. But apparently they're not guaranteed to chase. Yeah, I see you out there, you big boy. Yeah, so like he's not chasing the doe. He's just kind of doing his own thing this time around. That is very interesting. Whoops, didn't mean to raise the gun. You coming in, big boy? Yeah, he is. Yeah, no, and I actually really like it though, Raven. Like, to me, it was a lot of fun knowing that about that all your mature bucks would be chasing the does like right off the bat every single day. But at the same time, I'm actually very, very happy that they're now doing different things because it makes them more realistic. Because in real life, there are some bucks that'll be chasing does like crazy, and then there'll be other bucks that just don't really have interest in chasing, but would rather just like make their own marks and just kind of mate with does as the time comes. Buddy, come this way. Looks like it's another situation where he's going to give us the runaround. Well, he'll hopefully make his way to us eventually. Which map am I playing? This is one of my maps that I created. This is DTG River. This map premiered on the channel, I think, last year at one point. But since then, as you can tell, it's underwent several changes. I've made it much thicker. We got the new update, which allowed me to actually add water to the map. So now we literally have a river out here now. So it is actually DTG River now instead of DTG dried up riverbank. But yeah, it's added so much life to this map, man. I absolutely love hunting this map now. But yeah, this is one of the maps that I created. This is one of my own maps. And then if we finish this season before, and I still have time to hunt another one, I'll have my other created map ready to go as well. So we're gonna do River first, and then after we get done doing this deer season, we'll move over to my DTG Honey Hole, which is my wooded area map. And it's basically like a little teeny tiny food plot that has a road going all the way around it, and you can literally see all the way around you on that map. It's really cool. There's a little Forky. He ain't what we're after though. Hang on a second, guys. I'm getting another phone call. I'll be right with you all. I'm gonna go on mute, but I'm still here. But I'll be right back. For anybody that's still in the chat, my mother-in-law is here to with some groceries for me to get, so I'm gonna have to run outside real quick and get those groceries. I will return to the stream as soon as I can. It'll be just about a minute or two. Whoa! Dropped my controller and it started going crazy. Sorry guys, I'm back. Let me refresh the stream real quick. Hope I didn't miss anything. Get this off the screen real quick. Whew. That's one way to come back. Drop the controller and have the whole screen flip out. If anybody was still here on the stream, I didn't miss anything, did I? Was there anything that ran out in front of me or anything? That'd be just my luck if that 12-pointer came running through here and I didn't even get to get him. I don't know where he's at. Check the trail cameras for him. Okay, I just heard him on that camera. Oh, Forky. He's down in there somewhere. We did just hear him on the cameras. Yeah, he's like down here in this area. Little basket rack 8. There's a good buck. Again, they're just not really wanting to come in. They're just kind of moping around this time. I wonder if I bumped them while they were chasing the doe, and I wonder if that's why they're kind of out there doing their own thing. Still got plenty of time to make something happen this day. Guys, I'm sorry that the days are being slow. Sometimes on this game you get them back to back to back. Other times you gotta have a little bit of patience for it finally happens. They'll probably work their way up to us eventually. Yeah, I know, Colton. Welcome to the stream, man. Congratulations on that guy. I saw your picture on the Discord, although I really couldn't tell much about him. The picture was kind of unclear, but at the same time, it was really really good. I will tell you, Colton, an easy way to take high definition photos. It is a multiple step thing, but if you take a screenshot from your Xbox, and then if you link it to your YouTube account or something, you can upload that to your YouTube. Or to the PlayStation app. I'm sorry. If you have the PlayStation app or the Microsoft app, you can upload it to that, and then from there you can download it to your phone. And once it's downloaded on your phone, it'll still be the high definition picture, and then you can post it on wherever you want to post it. So, just in case you didn't know you could do that, that is a way that you can upload a picture straight from your Xbox or PlayStation. Is just take the screenshot, upload it to your app, and then from there download it to your cell phone. And then it'll download the full 4K picture to your cell phone, and all you have to do then is just upload it to YouTube. The community tab or Discord, I mean. My dog is sitting here with her head in my lap. Mimi, you cannot cuddle, okay? I'm sorry. You have not had a bath. You're a stinky puppy. You know the rule. If you're stinky, you cannot be in my lap. But you sure are cute. No. You go on. You had a crazy reaction for it, buddy. I bet you did. I tell you what, congratulations on that boar, man. Congratulations on that. Very well deserved. A long grind finally come to an end. Oh, by the way, Colton, we did get one of the new bucks today. The second day of season during the bow season, we did get the big 12 pointer. He scored a 187, I believe, is the one that I got, but they can get up to 200. So I got one of the small ones apparently, but I did get him, and he is my favorite rack in the game. His antlers are twisty. He has very thick antlers on him, and he has one drop tine on the right antler. So he's a beautiful, beautiful buck. And all we need now is the piebald. Of course, that's a rare spawn on this game to see the piebald buck. So anytime I see him, he's going to get shot. But so far, he is supposed to be rare, and we haven't seen him yet. So we'll have to keep our fingers crossed. And we do have a 12 pointer on the map right now, which is the reason why I'm not shooting anything. Because if I do see a target buck, I usually like to hunt the entire day out and give him all the time he needs to finally make his way to the stand. The only time I'll actually shoot something is if it gets past the R. So like right now, the white bar up there in the top right hand of the screen, whenever it reaches the R in timer, that's whenever I'll just shoot whatever comes my way, because at that point it's already really late in the day. I usually will go ahead and just shoot whatever at that point. But I do like to let it get at least a little bit past the R before I actually just shoot whatever I want to shoot. To give my target buck all the chance I get in the world to make it to the stand. But right now, he just seems like he's wanting to hang out on that side of the property. He's like coming down this way, then going to the river a little bit, then he goes right back up to where he came from. So hopefully he'll change his mind and decide to do something different here soon. There's actually a buck right there. It's a doe, actually. There's another doe coming in. That's awesome, Colton. That's sweet, man. Like I said, there's really nothing more I can really say on the subject other than congratulations, and I'm very happy for you. But yeah, the boar is they definitely have some good great ones. It's just not really a species I'm too interested in grinding for. Like for me, I don't know what it is because I'm not really a pig hunter, but for some reason the boar doesn't appeal to me yet the haggis does. Like I don't know what it is about the wild haggis on the map, but I think it's just the fact that it's a cryptid is what's really making me want to get one and how rare they are. I'm always very, very up to the task of trying to get like the rarest animals in a hunting game. So I guess it's just a given that I would really be attracted to the haggis. Although I haven't hunted for it in a few days now. I think it's been about 4 days since the last time I've been on Call of the Wild, or just since the last live stream actually. So however many days ago that was, like 2 or 3 days ago, was the last time I've been on Call of the Wild. And then tonight, I'm going to be staying up a little bit late tonight and trying to record some more Resident Evil because we're supposed to be getting a really bad snowstorm over the weekend. And if we lose electricity, then I'd like to have something uploading to you guys. I know it wouldn't be Call of the Wild related, but at least it'd be something for you all. I can't really do Call of the Wild videos late at night because my family is relaxing and trying to do their own thing, and I'm just in the living room and I'm loud, so I don't want to be like recording a video with my voice while they're trying to hang out and have a relaxing evening. So all of my recording has to be done in the afternoon while they're gone, while my wife is at work. But at night, I'm allowed to do playthrough stuff because I don't have to talk, so I can just record storyliners at night if I wanted to. But I am in the home stretch of that game though. What's left is the last few chapters for Leon, and then I think I've only got one more chapter I think for Ada. Okay, I hear him. I just heard the buck again. That ain't him there, is it? No, that ain't him. But I did just hear like a very faint grunt, so he's still in the area. This guy's just being stubborn as he can be. Because I don't know where he's at. There goes that 8 point. I am tempted to shoot him where it's getting late in the day, but I wouldn't have been able to make that shot there if I wanted to. I'll tell you what, let's give a couple of grunts. And we will see. We'll wait for a couple of seconds and see if that 12-pointer comes this way. If he doesn't, I mean, I really would hate to pass up on him, because I would like to get a big buck every single day of the season. But at the same time, I would like to get on to the next phase of the rut. Now that we know that the albino, the piebald ain't here, we'll just have to see. Yeah, I think the 12-pointer is no, that's water. Never mind. I thought I saw the 12-pointer walking around down there, but that's just water. The waves. Yeah, that's not the one I want. I'm not really too keen on that buck. Dude, this has been some hard hunting today, though. That 12-pointer wanted to give us the runaround the entire hunt. We only got him towards the end of the day. And now it seems like this 12 points want to do the same thing. Or just wanting to goof off pretty much throughout the day and not really wanting to come into the plot. You seen a better picture of him in the Discord? Okay, Colton. I'll take a look at it later this evening, man. Oh, nice, Colton. So you got one that's kind of a rarer color. That's nice, man. Yeah, it's always really cool whenever you know that you've gotten one of the rarer colors of an animal. I'm just hoping that the next one that I really want to get in the game if it is a haggis, but if it ain't the haggis, then I wouldn't care to get another fallow, because the fallow great one I really do want to get 2 more of those so that way I can complete the huddle fallow mount, and and then after I get that one, I'm kind of getting in the mood to go after some more muleys, so I might go after some more mule deer on SRP or Ski Ridge. But I'm also in the mood for moose, so I really don't know which great one I really want to do the most. I might just leave it up to you guys. After we get our next a couple of fallow deer, I might just put a poll out on the channel and let you guys determine which great one we go after next. Zero. You're fine, Zero. I appreciate you for stopping by either way, man. And yeah, the storm is going to be hitting us tomorrow too. So it's very possible that if we lose electricity, it might be a while till you guys see me return. But I'll try to keep you guys posted. But I appreciate you making it to the stream, though, man. We did get the new 12-pointer today, by the way. We did get one of the new bucks, and he is now my favorite buck in the game. He is gorgeous. He has a very thick antler set, and he's got a 1 drop tine on one of his racks. So he's a beautiful buck. Right now, all we're hoping for now is the piebald. He's a very, very rare spawn in the game, apparently. He's not like an ultra rare spawn, so he's easier to spawn than like a great one on Call of the Wild or something like that. But apparently, he doesn't spawn very often on here, so the piebald is definitely what I'm after right now. But we did get the 12-pointer, so I was happy about that. And we have another 12-pointer on the map, but he just did not want to come in. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to just settle for whatever buck I can get my hands on this hunt, unfortunately, which looks like it's going to be this guy. Because I am running out of time, unfortunately. That'll do it. Alright, let's go with the ATV. We were not able to get the 12-pointer today, guys. Unfortunately, it looks like that he did leave the property. On this game, if you have a deer that shows up at the very start of your day, they usually will stay until about the last quarter of the day, and if you haven't had a chance to shoot them, they'll sometimes jump the fence, and then you won't see them again. So I think that's what's happened with the other 12-pointer, because we haven't seen him again in a while. So I'm thinking that he timed out, if you will, on the map and decided to go ahead and leave the property. But at least we're not going home empty-handed. At least we did get a buck for this rut day. And we got one more day of the rut left before we move on to the rifle season, and then we'll hopefully get the piebald before it's all over today. Again, I do have my other creative map ready to go. So if we're able to get through these last 2 days pretty fast, we will go over to my DTG honey hole and see if we can't get something off it. Ah! I'm in the woods. I was reading chat. Thank you, Zero. I really appreciate it, man. And like I said, I'll make a video on it today if we for whatever else good that we get. If it's only the big 12-pointer, then I'll just have a short for him. But if we get anything else worth of note, I'll make it into a little compilation for everybody. I ain't gonna worry about looking at this buck, guys. He's nothing special. So we're just gonna grab him and claim him and move on to the next day. There we go. Nice little 6-point. We'll go ahead and move on to the next day. That one, unfortunately, we were not able to get the big boy. He did not want to show up. I think I'm going to take the flintlock again. I think I actually like it a little bit better than the muzzleloader now because it has a smaller sight pin at the end of the gun, which makes it a little bit easier to aim with. So I think that I'm going to stick with the flintlock now. Climber stand, I need you. No, not the ATV. Stop it. Where is the climbing stand? Give me that. Alright. Good grief. I am the little white dot, and I'm just trying to get to the bottom right corner of the field. Hopefully we don't run into a buck. Like I said, 4 out of 5 times I'll get in here clean, but every so often there'll be bucks grunting before I get to the stand. It's just so dark that I can't make my way to my stand because I forgot to put my little reflectors on the trees. I usually put reflectors on the trees, but I forgot to this time around. There's my stand. We're in here clean. That's good. What fur for the bear do you think I'm going to get for this grind? I'm going to say one of the glaciers. I'm going to say that you're going to get another glacier bear. Because that one's probably my favorite out of all of them was the glaciers. And then I also really like the chestnut. So, or the I think that's called the chestnut, the one that's like really dark brown and fluffy. Those were a couple of my favorites from the bears. So I'd say probably one of those two. I'm going to get a drink of water real quick, guys. Also, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, please do not forget to like the stream for me. As the channel grows, I will stop asking, but right now where I'm small, the support is very important, so I really would appreciate the like buttons being hit so that way more people can find the channel. And then also, if you guys are here and haven't subscribed yet, please make sure that you do. We try to stream 3 days a week for 3 to 4 hours at a time. And I also post my videos and shorts as they come along while I'm off stream. So I really appreciate the support, guys. We're going to try to aim for 1,000 this year if we can. We got from 89 to 500 last year. So I'm hoping something like that will happen again this year. I would like to at least make it to 1,000 or even more if we can. So I really would appreciate you guys helping me grow. Of course, my ultimate goal is 100,000, but that's every YouTuber. This year, I'm just going to set a goal for about 1,000 to 1,500 is my goal for this year. But who knows? Maybe I'll take off and get even more. You never know. Okay. All right, we got a chaser. We got a buck chasing her. The stupid tree's in the way, though, so I can't tell what he is. It sounds like it's just one. Yeah, I hear him. I just can't see him. Where are you, buddy? Nope. Those are birds. He's over this way now. Oh, he's right here. That's a 200. Let's go. We got a 200 in the field. Beautiful 200. You know, I think I can actually make that shot. We floored him. Let's go. 200 down. Little Forky. Oh my gosh, we got a 200. we got the new 12-point buck, and we got a 200 rack today. Let's go. DTG River has been paying off, man. That was a fast morning hunt, man. That was really fast. Whoop, whoop. Well, there's just another clip for the video tonight. Now, guys, my wife is probably in the doctor's office right now, so the way that the stream is going to go is that whenever she gets out of the doctor's office, she's going to be calling me, and I'll have to end the stream at that point. So, as of right now, we're going to be live until my wife calls me, so we'll have to see. But this has been a W stream all the way, though. We came out with a 200 now, as well as the new 12-point. And every time I get a 1200, I'm hoping I'll get something that's bigger than my last one. My record right now is 209 with 209 pounds. So 209 all around is my current record for the 200 buck. I'm hoping to get a 210. I don't know if they can get the 210, but I like that number better. There we go. That's a beautiful 200 rack. He may not be 200, but he might be over 200. You never know. We'll see. Get over here and get another screenshot of him. Because if I'm going to make a small video tonight, I'll have to make sure that I got screenshots for them. Absolutely beautiful, man. See, did I get it? Just barely missed it. Hang on. I don't want my binoculars in the picture. Let's see, did I get it that time? I got it that time. All right, we're good. All right, let's see what this guy scored. It's beautiful. A 198, so he didn't make 200, but that is still a really, really good buck. That is still a very, very good buck. We're not going to be putting him in the trophy lodge because I do have one bigger than him. But that is beautiful. All right, guys. That's going to do it for the rut. We have one more day of season left, and it's the only day of rifle season we got. So, hopefully this works out for us. We got one more chance to get the Piebald off DTG River, and then if we don't get him today, then we'll be moving on to the honey hole map. Yeah, I do too, Raven. Yeah, the 200 is definitely, it was my favorite animal in the game. It definitely really was my favorite. But I gotta say though, that new 12-pointer, it's taking my heart, man. That 12-pointer is absolutely gorgeous. And he can make 200. The 12-point can go over 200. They operate the same way the 200 rack does. So sometimes you can get them in the 180s, other times you can get them clear over 200 inches. So I'm really excited for the day when I get a 12-point that is enormous. Guys, we got one of the baby ones today. Apparently, we got one of the 180 racks, which is still gorgeous though. I mean, it's still very worth the place in the lodge. But we're gonna hunt this last day out of rifle season, and then we'll move on to my other creative map, DTG Honey Hole. Like I said, that one is mostly just like a spot right in the middle of the woods with a road that goes all the way around you, so you can see everything that's coming in. It's a very teeny tiny food plot, but I will tell you guys, on that map, I made it for the rut. That was my whole point, was to make a place for the rut hunting, and that map is a beast for it. Again, they did make it this time where you can only do 3 hunts in the rut now instead of 4. So you have to go 2 days. You have to go 2 days, either the rifle season or a bow season. So unfortunately, that's there. But outside of that, it's been both of my maps have been very successful as of late. This one finally has an actual working river now. As you guys can see, I know I've said this several times throughout the stream, but I am so happy they added water to the game. So if there's any of you guys that have ponds or rivers on your maps, make sure that you guys incorporate the water function, because I now have a fully functioning river on my map. And on this side, as you guys can see, it's way too shallow for the water to actually make it up that mountain. So I filled that part in with tall grass and trees, and and my map is still operating beautifully. So I'm very, very happy about this. But guys, what a season though! The brand new 12-pointer, medium size 8-point. We were forced to take a small buck the day before yesterday on here because of the fact that we couldn't get the bigger 12-point to come in. And then now today we don't know what we're going to get for the rifle season. I mean, it's been a good season. My best season so far was off stream, unfortunately. I wish I was streaming on that day, but but yeah, that was my best day. It cleared 1,000 inches of antler. I had them, but or at least it would have if I didn't mess up a couple of the shots and miss the animals. But I had one season where I was off stream and I literally had I had four 200s that showed up in the same season and two non-typicals. And I unfortunately was only able to close the deal on 3 of the 200s and one non-typical. And then the other 2 that showed up, the game cheated me out of the shots. I had a very clear, wide open shot at some of those animals, but the game considered it as a miss. Is that a good buck? I think that's a good buck. I can't tell. He's behind a tree at the moment, but I think that's actually a shooter. I think that's a shooter buck, especially for the rifle season, but I can't tell. He's going to have to step out a little bit more before I make the final decision on him, but I think that's a shooter. Anything on the camera's worth of note? Although I think it would be cool that during the winter season, if you did have water on your map, it'd be cool if it froze over. If they made that like a function where whether you had a big pond or had a big functioning river like I have, I think it'd be really cool if it actually froze over and turned it into like a frozen area of ice rather than actually being flowing water. I think that'd be really cool. What is he? Yeah, that's a shooter buck. I believe it is. Yeah, I think that's the big thick 10-point. And I do want to upgrade my. Or is that another 200? Wait a minute. Is that another 200? I think that's another 200, guys. I am pretty sure it's another 200 rack. Yep, without a doubt, that's a 200 rack, I believe. Well, that's one way to end the season in the winter season. This is our last hunt of the season, guys, and it looks like we're going to go home with another monster. He's at least making his way in here. I think that's a 200 rack. It's either the 200 or it's the big, thick 10-pointer, and I can't really tell where he's back there in the trees, but I'm almost 100% positive that's a 200 rack. Back-to-back 200s. Are you serious? That is awesome, man. I'm not going to call this guy in. It looks like he's following this trail. And if he's following this trail, he's dead. I mean, there's nothing else about it. That's going to be an open shot. I just hope he keeps working his way this way and doesn't turn around. Yeah, he's definitely following the trail. I can't tell what he is. Yeah, I can't tell what he is, guys. He's going to have to come out a little bit more before I can really tell anything much about him. But he's definitely a shooter. He's definitely going to be the one I'm going to target. Come on now. I can't shoot you while you're back there behind them trees. Guys, is this another new buck? He looks different. I don't know if this is another new buck that wasn't been talked about or something, because I can't recognize his antlers. Again, he is behind some trees right now, but he looks like he's a little bit different than I've seen before. Yeah, he's coming in now. I should be able to tell more about him. Okay, yeah, he's the big thick 10-point. So he's not a 200, but he's a big thick 10. Yeah, I know what he is now. That's definitely a good buck. I think my record for him is 149, if I ain't mistaken. So hopefully he takes the place of him. This is going to be a really, really good buck for us to end the season on. And then we'll move to DTG Honey Hole, and hopefully we'll get even better luck at my other spots. Come on now. I just need you to clear those trees, buddy. Yeah, that's definitely what he is, guys. He's the big, thick 10-point. He just needs to clear those trees, and I can get him with a rifle. This right here might be the shot. Right in there should be good. There we go. He's gonna die right up against the tree. That'll work. Honestly, I thought about dragging him, but I think I'll leave him right where he's at because it'll be easy for me to see him. He's like up against this tree. What in the world? Oh, okay. At least it ain't a bigger buck. Well, he's gotten himself pinned right up in there, didn't he? Good gracious. Alright, let's go get the car. Thank you, Luke. I really appreciate it, man. Yeah, I have 2 different maps that I created. We're gonna hunt both today. But this is my favorite one. I will say that I love both of them though for different reasons. This one is like just really nice, wide open. It has a river going through it, so it's really pretty. So this one is like my scenic map, if you will. It's supposed to be mainly for looks, even though it generates some really nice deer as well. And then my other one is more for those who are just wanting a good, in the woods type style feel. So we'll see Honey Hole here in just a minute. That's where we're going next. But yeah, Honey Hole is my second favorite map in the game, other than PSR Mountains. But yeah, I absolutely love both of these maps. And in case you guys are wondering, the only trees that I use is the cedar trees, the tiny pine saplings, and then I use the smooth oak tree, whichever one that is, the white smooth oak or something like that. And then I also use pine 1 and pine 2. So I don't really use too many trees in the game. I just put a bunch of them in one map, and it usually works. I wish that you go faster in this thing, though. But guys, that was a W season. I mean, all around. A 200. We got we got one of the new 12-point bucks. And we also finished the season off with a thick 10-point, which we will take back to the trophy lodge, not just so that way, not just so we can see if we can replace my other one, but also so that way we can look at the 12-pointer again, because I want to see that deer again. He's so pretty. We won't spend a lot of time there, guys. Like I said, we're kind of in a hurry right now because my wife is in her doctor's appointment. And as soon as that appointment ends, I'll have to get off the stream. But hopefully we'll have time to at least get a few hunts in on Honey Hole before we have to end the stream today. And guys, do not worry. I will finish out the season. So if I kill anything else after the stream, you guys will be seeing that added to the compilation. That is a really good buck. I am going to take a screenshot of this real quick. Just to make sure I got a good one. Okay, first try on that one. That's a good buck. What's he scoring? A 159. Dude, that is a beautiful 10-pointer. Alright, so 159. I think my record was in the 140s, so he may actually get to replace the one I got. So that was a 159. There's a new 12-pointer, guys. Once again, this is one of the new bucks added to the game. He is absolutely gorgeous, and he's my new favorite buck in the entire game. He is so cool. He has 2 drop tines. He's a big 12-point. I absolutely love this thing. And they can get much, much bigger than the one that I've got. The one that I've got is actually a tiny one. But he is beautiful. Alright, let's see. What's my record of this guy? 164. So actually the one that I've got is a beast. And yeah, the one that I killed today will not be replacing him. But yeah, that 12-pointer is an absolute beast for man. 164, and then my biggest 200 is 209 at 207 pounds. So those are my 3 biggest bucks in the lodge right now. And then I think my biggest non-tip is up here. I think, yeah, this is my biggest non-tip at 167. And then I have 2 other non-tips around here. So not too bad, guys. Trophy lodge looking good so far. Alright, let's jump on to the next season, guys. We got to keep this thing moving. So, without any further ado, guys, welcome to DTG Honey Hole. This is my other map that I created. We'll get out here, see if we can't find any bucks today out here. The cool thing about this map is you literally get to walk right to the stand. As you guys can see, I literally intentionally made this road just where you don't even have to use a flashlight. You can literally just walk all the way down to the end of this, and then you'll be at the stand. Now, I did place 3 tree stands on this map because for the rut, the rut on this map can be unpredictable. They can be about anywhere, so I placed 1 stand right here at the head of the road, which I'll show you guys later during the daylight. And then I have a stand like right at the start of the road where my tree stand is, which is right there. And then I finally have my main stand, which is down here. So I have those as emergency tree stands to get up into in case I hear bucks grunting before I get to the field. But this is honey hole, and whenever the sun comes up, guys, you'll see why I call it honey hole. It's literally just hunting a big hole in the middle of the woods. It's really cool. But yeah, I enjoy both of my creative maps, man. They're both a lot of fun. Yeah, this is what my creative map looks like. It's very simple. It's just a big circle with a little bitty food plot in the middle of it. So in case you guys are wondering what it looks like on the map, that's what it looks like. It's a very, very simple map, but it's brought me home some monster bucks. I can tell you that. It's been a good one to me. Although I will tell you guys that it may be just a minute before we start seeing deer. This is usually a late morning hunt, so they sometimes will start moving real early in the mornings, but a lot of the times, it usually has to have a little bit of time pass before the deer will actually start showing up. But once they start showing up, they're here. It's just a little bit slower action than the river map is, but not by much. There's actually a good antler laying right there, and I didn't even see it. I need to remember to go grab that thing at the end of the hunt today. I'm already up here, and I don't want to run over there and get an antler and come back. See if I'll spook something. Yep, as you guys can see, this is what my other map looks like. It's literally just in the middle of the woods, and you have a little teeny tiny food plot that you look over, and there's a road that goes all the way around you. So, and it forks off back here behind me. As you guys can see, my emergency tree stands. I told you guys I'll show you where they are. I have one back here at the start of this road, and then I have one that's kind of in the middle of that road. So that way, if I'm walking my way in during the rut and I happen to hear bucks coming in, I can just jump into one of those stands. So that's pretty much what this one is. You can see anything that comes onto the roads all the way around you. You can spot with the binoculars. It's a very, very good rifle hunting spot as well. And you can hit all these shots, by the way, with a rifle. So you have to aim at the deer's back, but I can actually hit any deer that comes out on the road as long as I aim towards their back. Yeah, like I said, this is a late morning stand. Usually, I don't see too many of them right off the bat during the day. We should start seeing them here in the next minute or two, is my guess. We'll check out some of the trail cameras, though. I do remember that last night I kind of made a little bit of a hiccup with the trail cameras. They're in good places, but I usually mean to make them look out towards the road so that way I can see animals cross the road rather than coming in towards me. And last night before bedtime while I was setting up this map, I wasn't thinking about that, and I ended up facing them just wherever the trails were looking. So, unfortunately, we've only got one camera or two that you have two cameras where you can actually see the road. But I meant to have all of them facing the road. They'll still work. It's just I'll be able to see whatever they see, pretty much. Where did the trails go on this map, anyways? Okay, so our trails are actually across from us. So if the deer are following the trails today, they should end up coming into the field on the other side. This may seem strange to you guys, but I'm actually going to let an arrow fly real quick because I want to see how far this bottom pin shoots across my field. Okay, so I can actually nail deer on the other side of the field pretty much. I have to aim a little high. Yeah, I'd have to aim a little high, but I actually can make the shot across my field. I've never actually done that before, but that's kind of how I learn range on the game. After I create a map, I'll just kind of come real early in the morning, and if there's nothing around, I'll just shoot a single arrow and watch the flight. So that way I know how far across the field I can shoot. And that shouldn't have spooked anything because there was nothing around. Again, guys, I do apologize for the lack of action, but this is a slower map. The evenings, the deer show up a little bit faster, but like I said, it's still the same thing, where you'll see more deer, but you won't see as many big ones. I like hunting the mornings on this game because most of the time, as you guys saw in the last season, and almost any time I've streamed this game, if you hunt the mornings, you'll see a lot. You'll see a lot more bigger bucks, but a little but fewer deer. So that's kind of my aim. But this map does work, guys. I promise we will start seeing deer. It's just a late morning hunt. So usually by the time it gets to the S is when I'll start seeing them during the early season. So any time now is when we should be seeing the deer rolling in. Because this map is actually really big. As you guys can see, they can go way out there. We're kind of at the bottom of the map, so they kind of have to work their way to us. I think this map actually has more deer like towards the top, like that direction. So on the map, like towards number 4, like out that direction is like where the deer spawn. So I think that's the reason why we don't see them come in pretty quickly unless it's during the rut and they're chasing does. Is because I think they start out on that side of the map most of the time and they have to work their way to this side. So a couple calls, see if that helps out any. Yeah, my biggest mistake is that I didn't face the cameras the correct way. So we're gonna have to rely on my binoculars most of the day today. Usually I have the cameras where they're facing facing the roads, so we can see if there's any animals across the roads. But last night I was in a hurry because I was trying to get this map ready for today, and I just for totally wasn't even thinking about it. There's a deer, finally, and it's a buck. Like I said, guys, that's what's to be expected of this map. Is that during the bow seasons, it's a late morning hunt. So, but whenever it gets a little bit past the S, is actually kind of a usual thing. But we are starting to see deer now, thankfully. It's not a bad buck. I think that's the red coated 8 point. Not seeing much of anything else other than that buck, unfortunately. I mean, he's a good opening morning buck. I would definitely like to take him if he'd come in. But this is one of those maps things, guys, where for some reason on this map they tend to just follow trails but just kind of walk around doing their own thing. I can't really seem to get them to come into the food plot and just hang out in the plot for whatever reason. But at least we got a buck in here. We do finally have a deer showed up at least. Hopefully he ain't going to be the only one that shows. He shouldn't be, though. Usually I'll see several of the deer come in after you see your first one, but again, it's usually on trail cameras, and I did not place the cameras where I should have placed them. Not seeing anything on the other cams. If I get that 8-pointer to come in, we definitely just shoot him. I'm actually kind of debating just going ahead and skipping the bow season and going straight into the rut, to be honest. Because this map is a lot more fun in the rut time. Like I said, it's kind of a slow burn map on the other seasons. I don't exactly know why. I've definitely killed some monsters during the bow season as well as the rifle season on this map. It's just that for some reason, as you guys can see, the deer just kind of wander around aimlessly, just kind of doing their own thing, and they'll follow the trails every so often. They just don't function as good as they do on river for whatever reason. I really don't know why they do that. It's a really good map. It still works. Like I said, I've killed many, many deer on this map. It's just that for some reason they seem like they're more, I don't know, they seem more robotic, I guess, on the map than they do on the other ones. They just tend to just kind of roam around and don't really seem like they have a plan. Whereas on all the other maps and my creative map, DTG River, it seems like they always have something that they're intending on doing. I think what we're going to do, guys, for sake of time, because like I said, my wife is in a doctor's appointment right now, and the fact that I know that this map takes a little bit longer during the bow seasons and the rifle seasons, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just skip through the bow season, and I'm going to move on to the rut because I really want to see what comes our way during those times. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'll start the next day, and then just go through them, and then just get to the black powder hunts because I really want to see what we get during the rut. Okay, so skip these 2 days. Let's go on to the rut hunt. All right, guys, big day. Let's see what we get. Like I said, this map is a killer for the rut. Usually I have a lot of fun every single time the rut hunt comes in on this map because they'll just run around in circles like all day long, and it's a lot of fun to watch. Whereas the bow season and the rifle season on this map are kind of unpredictable. I don't know if I'll make it into my main stand or not. But this map is always 50-50. Looks like I'll get there. Alright, so the rut and bucks apparently are on the other side of the map to start with. But I am telling you guys, on this map, you got to be on your toes. Because during the rut, I don't know how many times I've had to use one of those other stands just to jump in there like before daylight. So I've gotten really lucky here. Hopefully we'll get some nice mature bucks this season off of Honey Hole. I'm very, very eager to see what's out here. Just wasn't really feeling the bow season anymore for whatever reason. Like I said, the bow season is still really good on this map. It's just that usually it's a late morning, like very late. Like half of my hunt usually is gone before I start seeing a bunch of animals come in. Because for whatever reason, during the early season and the late seasons on this map, they just kind of do their own thing. They don't really like come into the field. They don't like completely and utterly follow the trails. So it's more of a rut hunting map than it is anything. Now he's got to hope that we won't be waiting forever for the doe to come through. We shouldn't be, though. Hope you guys have been enjoying the stream, though. All right, Raven. Sounds good. I'll see you when you get back, man. Oh, we got a buck. Where is he? There he is. Where are you, buddy? At the 200. Let's go. That's a 200 buck. I need him to turn a little bit for us. Floored. Got another one with him, actually. The other one ain't nothing special, though. All right, that'll work. Like I said, the rut is a lot better on this map, guys. The rut is a lot better on this map than it is the main seasons. That's the 200 there. That's a good buck. That's a very good buck for the first day of season. Might as well just grab that antler. Oh, no more shed. That's right. I found all the antlers I can find. That's right. Never mind. It really doesn't take long at all to get up here, but for where that road is straight, it feels like it takes forever, whenever really it doesn't. That's a really good opening buck for the rut. A 200, man. I'll take that all day. Wonder how much he's going to score. Forgot to take his picture. 201. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. We'll take that. Alright. Let's move on to the next one. We got a 200 off that one. That was really good. Hopefully we'll just keep on rolling. Alright. Rut hunt number 2. Got a 200 on the first one. I wonder if we'll get in here clean again. Looks like we are. Like I said, this stand is very unpredictable. Some mornings I'll barely even make it out of the shed before I'll have to jump up into one of those 3 stands. But we're getting lucky today. We're actually the bucks seem to be wanting to chase the does on the other sides of the map first. Now it's just a matter of waiting until we hear that grunt. Or those grunts in some cases. So we have one 200 that... Was that a grunt? I'm either hearing stuff or I heard a grunt right then. So we have one 200 that didn't make 200s. And then we actually got one a minute ago that made 201. So that was actually really good. My record is still 209. I don't know if they can go over 209 or not in the game, but I would like to get a 210 just because I like the number better. That was definitely a grunt there. Where is it? Where are you, buddy? I can hear you. Oh, there's two. Another 200. Are you serious? Man, it's a day of 200s. It's a little bit of a long poke, but I think I can make that. If I missed it, oh well. I can't see. I don't know if I hit that buck or not. If I missed it, it ain't no big deal, guys. Like I said, I ain't gonna let it bum me out too much. It's a learning process as well, so if I missed it, at least I know that I don't need to be taking those shots anymore. But we'll get down and see if we can't get it, see if we got him. I've gotten plenty of 200, so it ain't gonna bother me too bad. I just wanted to take the shot to see if I could hit him from that distance. I mean, it looked good, but I think I shot behind him. Because this was a slow traveling bullet, I think. Yeah, the bullet drop on this game definitely needs to be worked on, but unfortunately I did pull the trigger, so that is gonna make that be the end of the day. If you shoot a gun, they will not return, so I don't see any blood. I'm gonna walk around for a couple more seconds. It's still kind of annoying though, because that did look like it should have been a good shot. Sometimes it takes a minute for the blood to appear on the game. I can't tell if that's blood there or if that's just the road. I think it's just shadows off the road. Yeah, alright, that's fine. I don't care if I missed out on that 200 or not. Like I said, we've got several today. I just wanted to test that shot out. See if I could hit that shot. Now I know that I can't. So, that was for educational reasons. We'll go ahead and move on to the last day of the rut. And now I know what I can and can't shoot it. Crap. Well, that doe just crossed my path. I'm hoping that I didn't spook the bucks. I don't hear any grunts. Ooh, I didn't like that at all. That doe literally ran right into me. I may have spooked the doe, which means that the bucks may no longer be chasing. I mean, I haven't heard any grunts, so I'm gonna try to make it onto my main stand. What's up, Raven? Raven, just to let you know, we had another 200 that showed up. It made 201. And then we went to the next day and we had another 200 that showed up, and I missed that one. Um, like I said, it was more for educational reasons than anything. He came out right there, right beside that stand, and I wanted to see if I could make that poke because it was just for educational reasons. I wanted to know how far I could shoot with this thing, and I did end up missing him, which it wasn't really that big of a bummer because, like I said, I've shot all kinds of 200s, so it ain't like it didn't tear me up too badly. Um, but at least now I know that I can't make that shot that high up there. There comes the doe. I really wish they'd let you use the rifle. The way that I look at this game is that during the rut, you should be allowed to use whatever weapons you want to. And then during the winter season, you should only be allowed to use muzzleloaders. That is the way that I look at it, because that's how it operates in Kentucky. Here in Kentucky, the early season, you're allowed to use bows and crossbows only. During the rut, you're allowed to use whatever you want. It could be whatever firearms and bows you want to use. That is another 200. Are you serious, man? 3 200s in one season? Well, this guy's definitely dead. Surely that didn't miss. Okay, I was getting worried there for a minute. I thought I missed that one. My gosh, 3 200s in the same season, man. That was 3 of those bad boys. That's a good way to close out the stream, though. I do think I'm going to have to end the stream after this. We've hunted both maps that I had ready, and my wife texted me a minute ago and said that the doctors found out what's going on with her, so I doubt she's going to be at the doctor's very much longer, guys. So I will probably hunt out the last day of the season of the rifle season, unless my wife texts me. But after that, we'll probably have to call it a day. But this has been a really, really good day today. We've got 3 200, we got 4 200s that showed up. We got the brand new 12-pointer. I mean, my maps definitely paid off today. That's a good buck. Now, like I said, I did skip the first 2 days of season here. That's a 190, so not too bad at all. Alright, guys, last day of season. And probably the last hunt of the day, probably, too. For the stream, at least. It's already almost 6 o'clock, and my wife should be getting out of the doctor's any minute now. She did text me, let me know what they found that was wrong with her. She's unfortunately suffering from TMJ. So, she's going to be on some anti-inflammatories and some antibiotics for a little while. It's been a very, very good stream, though, today, guys. We've got the new 12-pointer. We had 4 200s that showed up. We got 3 of those 4. The last one I'm now starting to feel a bit bummed about. I probably shouldn't have tried it on that particular animal, but I needed to see if I could shoot this far up the path with a flintlock, and I definitely couldn't. So at least I know my limits now. We'll have to see what the final day brings us. Now, like I said, this is probably going to be another slow burn day, guys, because this stand I mainly built for the rut. So the 3 days of the rut is whenever I'll have the most action. The early season is okay on this map, and then the late season is okay, but they just take a while. The deer don't really like to show up until like late in the morning, so we might have to wait a little bit before they start showing up, but they will be here eventually. And I will hunt out the rest of this day, or at least until my wife texts me that she's on her way home. Now, after today's stream, guys, I will go ahead and let you all know that if I'm wanting to hunt on deer hunting camp anymore, I'm no longer going to be waiting until I'm on stream. So if I get in the mood to hunt for on this game, between now and then, you can guarantee that I will be. But either way, guys, unfortunately, I have just run out of time. My wife just texted me and told me that she's on her way home. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here, guys. Hope you guys had a good time. Make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button for me if you haven't already. And if I get anything cool at the end of this hunt, yeah, I'll add it to the montage later. But I hope you guys have a great night. I love you all, and I'll see you guys next week.